Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Females Thriving Over 30 podcast. More episodes, more guests. I'm having a blast doing this podcast, Jasmine. I don't know about you.
Yes, this is the highlight of my day, literally today. I've been hoovering, tidying, scrubbing the floor.
Oh,
I paid my income tax, my tax return. So
ooh.
this
Very
this is
adult.
definitely the peak of the day.
Oh, wow. You know what? Remember in our resolutions that we said, I'm going to do the list and I'm going to start doing one thing every day?
Mhm.
Well, I did the list, but then I said I'm going to do it in February because I've tried to do it this week and it hasn't happened. So from February on, I will be like you before the podcast. Oh, yeah, I've been cleaning my bathrooms. I've been dusting everything, keeping my house clean and tidy. But not for me this time. I've been to acupuncture and I'm just coming back. I literally arrive. What time is it? I arrived like at quarter past 7. Then I quickly did cook my dinner, ate it like this, chucked it on, and just came in quickly running. And I was like, oh, I just need to do something with my hair. And I'm like, well, whatever. It's okay. It's not the first time that I'm looking makeup free and
We
crazy.
keep it real. We
We
keep
love
it
it.
real over here. We're busy women. We can't look pristine all the time. We still look fabulous all the time,
Yeah.
though. of
Although
course.
we said that we were going to make an effort
Yeah.
this season, and I haven't stuck to it. But I will. I'm going to make that promise. Other than that, how have you been, Jasmine?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm enjoying the beginning of this new year, although I feel like January has just like flown by
Oh, really?
so quickly.
To me,
Yeah,
it's been like it's forever. It's like it's never
really.
ending.
All right, I need to give you some of my jobs.
Oh my God, yes. I don't know
You've
if
flown everywhere, to be fair. You've been
that,
flying here, there, and
that's
everywhere.
what I was gonna say. I don't know if for me it's been longer because I just got back from Atlanta, and
Mhm.
the week before I was in Romania and all of that for work. So I think because it was
Yeah,
work meetings, it was not like
yeah,
leisure kind of like travel. It made me feel like January was like never ending. And I was like, when I came back from Atlanta, I was like, yes, February. And I'm like, oh no, we still have one more week.
yeah,
And it's actually like on Friday is the end of the month.
yeah,
We still have a whole week. Anyway,
yeah.
let's start the podcast now with a little intro of our guest today. So we have Freya Taylor with us today. I met Freya 2021, if I'm not mistaken, at a pageant. She is 33 years old. She's single and she's a homeowner. She says she's been competing in pageants since 2013. And now in her 30s, she has realized that she's not where she thought she would be if you had asked her at age 23. But she's found that that's perfectly okay not to be where you thought you will be, and that at the end of the day, self discovery and contentment is key. So, welcome to the podcast, Freya.
Oh, thank you for having me. Very exciting.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I am here, I think, as well. Like, I just seen your story that we have just reposted. I am the same. I have like my blanket,
I am so
my
cold.
heating,
I'm
everything.
literally like hoodie. This was my birthday present from my mum and dad because I'm always cold. So they bought me a plug-in heated blanket. My dog gets more use out of it than I do because she just steals it. She's on it beside me right now, absolutely fast asleep. And it's the best thing I've ever owned. That's really sad.
Animals love heated stuff, right? That's what I feel. Like whenever there is
Mhm.
something heated, they will just go there.
She finds it all the time. If I leave it on
I
by
would go
accident, she's
there.
like,
And something that we haven't said in the intro, if you could hear by her accent, she's from Scotland. I think she's our first Scottish guest.
Yeah.
oh, that's exciting.
Yay.
There's not a lot of us up here.
And I mentioned also the Scotland because over there is even colder than it is where we are
Yeah,
now.
it is so cold. It is so cold. I
So
think it's like 4 degrees
Freya is
right
the
this second.
coldest.
Yeah, apparently it's 4 degrees right now, but it doesn't feel it. It feels like -4.
4 degrees.
And I've had my heating on for the last 6 hours. For this life.
So yeah, Freya right now is in the coldest area. Then we have Jasmine, and then we have myself. So I should be like sweating.
You're basically in the
comparison to them.
Bahamas.
You're Spanish. We can't send you all the way to Scotland. That would be too cold.
My brother's wife is from Mexico, and this will be her first Scottish winter. Oh no, she was here last year, to be fair, but not for the full winter. So it might be a shock to this.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. So I did a little intro of yourself, but we always ask our guests to introduce themselves because We just ask you to write a little bio, but there's much more to you than what can fit in that little box. So let us know a little bit about you.
Oh, I feel like I've lived 1,000 lives, so like there's sort of everything and nothing at the same time though. So yeah, I'm 33. I studied dance at college and have done very little with it. I now work as a receptionist at a vet. So I get to cuddle puppies all day and it's very nice and fun. And I'm currently a finalist for Miss Galaxy UK, which is in 8 weeks on Sunday, which is quite terrifying. Yeah, that face. Creeping in. I've been competing in pageants, like you said, 11 years. Did I say 11 years? Yeah, started in 2013. 11, 12 years.
12 nearly.
Can't do
12
maths.
now is 2025.
12 years. Back end of 2013. We'll go with 11. Doesn't make me feel as old. And yeah, I did have a bit of a mental breakdown when I was sort of approaching 30 because I turned 30 in 2022, so I kind of lost the last 2 years of my 20s to COVID. So it hit me like a ton of bricks. So if you'd asked me when I started competing, where do you think you're going to be when you're 30? Like, what do you think your life's going to look like? This is not it. I managed to get the keys to my house 2 days before my 31st birthday. So that was my one major thing. I was like, I will get this house before I'm 31. And I did. So that was my little goal, my pat on the back. Yeah, and I've just been sort of living my best life since. I've been single for, depends who you ask, a year or 3.5, because the last relationship I had was like 7 weeks. Does that count? Do we count that? I'm not sure. So we're going to go
If it
with,
was like,
okay, we'll count it, but realistically 3.5 years. And I'm quite happy. I'm really learning to sort of be content in my own company and enjoy doing things just for me. And I think that's a really important thing that people forget to do. So yeah, I'm in a very nice, happy little content place right now, and I'm loving life.
I feel like, first of all, well done on buying your own house.
Thank you.
That's
It was a slog.
fantastic.
It took
Yeah.
7 months. It's the most
yeah,
stressful
because
thing
not
I've ever
everybody
done.
can
I
Yeah.
think people
nowadays.
underestimate how stressful it is and how difficult it actually is. Like, I didn't really, I mean, everyone's always like, oh, buying a house is the most stressful thing you'll ever do. And I was like, yeah, okay, but how bad can it actually be? Oh my God, I'm never doing it again. I live on the 3rd floor and I've said to my dad, I will be hobbling up those stairs at 95 because I'm not moving after that. This is where I stay.
This is similar to me because my husband's like eager to buy a different house and to
Mm.
move. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's like, we could just make this one how we want it. Do we really have to
Extension
do
on
all
here
that?
and there.
Yeah.
Loft conversion. Nah, you're fine.
So you said you've been competing for obviously a long time now.
Mm.
How do you think you've changed from the Freya that started pageants?
Oh, I was very naive when I started pageants, I think. I think a lot of, I don't know if I am speaking on behalf of other people, but I have been told that I'm sort of known for just saying it how it is and just like what you see is what you get with me. But I don't feel like that was me when I first started competing at all. I feel like I was very much a sort of do what you think is the right thing to do and sit on the fence and be a bit of a people pleaser. And I'm not that at all anymore. Even, I mean, it's 7 years since I last did Galaxy. And even, I mean, I was just talking to Hannah, one of the other girls in my division. And even when it comes to like doing appearances and things, I used to think that I had to do every single thing that was on every single weekend. And I mean, in 2016, when I competed, I did like 70 appearances in the run up to that. And
Wow.
it was, I thought I was doing really, really well. And it was the best thing ever. And I was so proud of myself. But then I was like, I am so tired. I made myself like ill. I was cabin crew at the same time. And there was one, that was 2017. I was cabin crew at the same time. And there was one day where I had been on night shift, came off. So I'm really bad at sleeping anyway. So I'd been awake all day, did a full night shift to Zante and back, and then immediately went home, got a shower, got changed, met up with Chloe Lake, went and did Race for Life, and then got in the car and drove up to the Park Hall and went and watched UK Power Pageant.
Oh my God.
So that was like 9 a.m. until midnight the next day that I was awake and just going. And I did stupid stuff like that multiple times. And see, even just thinking about doing that now, I can't. I just can't. And it's the boundary thing, like setting boundaries and learning when to say no. And I think that definitely does come with age and experience, and breaking your back and making yourself ill and driving yourself into the ground isn't going to get you where you want necessarily. So you just kind of need to listen to your body and just do what feels right. for you and not what you think everyone else expects of you. So I think that's probably one of the biggest changes in myself, is that I have learned to say no, because everyone used to say, you need to learn to say no. I'm like, I know, but I feel bad. But now I'm very quick with the no.
I mean, I couldn't even imagine doing that now
No,
at 30, almost 37.
no.
I think I'll
I
die,
couldn't do it
you
now.
know?
I couldn't even do that job anymore now. Never mind do that job and compete at the same time. If I think about it and I'm just like, you're actually insane.
I had no idea that you were cabin crew, so I want to hear
Yeah.
all about it.
2 years.
Which company did you work for? Why did you decide to get into there? And what has been the craziest story that you have seen?
Fun. Okay, so I used to be, do you remember Airline, the TV show? Was it Airline? Yeah, Airline. It was about EasyJet.
No, I mean, I think that was not in Spain, so
Well,
not me.
so there
Maybe
was this
Jasmine remembers.
program on when I was younger called Airline, and it was filmed at Luton Airport, but it was just following, it was like a reality TV show of its day, following the crew and ground crew of EasyJet. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. And one of the main storylines was a girl called Katrina who was ground crew, and her dream was to be cabin crew. So it like followed her journey to cabin crew. And I was like, I will do this one day. And then I totally forgot about it for years. And then I moved to Australia for a while, and I was there for 4 months. But when I came home, I was like, right, I need a job. And it just so happens that at that point, Thomas Cook were looking for a cabin crew. I was like, I'm going to do that. So I went to my assessment day, got to try on the uniform, and everyone was like, oh my God, if you got to try on the uniform, then you've got a job. I was like, okay then, that's exciting. So yeah, I got taken on as cabin crew, seasonal cabin crew. So I was based out of Glasgow for the summer of 2015, and then out of Birmingham for the summer of 2016. So I did that for 2 summers, and it was good fun. The money was great, but it wasn't like, the hours were insane. You didn't get to really see anywhere because it was mid-haul. You just went down, turned around and came back. So I was in my own bed every night. I didn't really get to go anywhere. The best trip I had was to the Sofitel at Gatwick Airport. They have the best beds in the whole world.
Noted.
If you ever want a night away and you just want a really comfy sleep, Sofitel at Gatwick Airport. But it was really good fun, and I'm so glad that I did it. But it was an experience. So one of the memories that sticks out for me, there was 2 incidents. There are always incidents, aren't they? 2 incidents that I remember. One of them was a man who had woken up right ahead of like the drink service. So he'd ordered a coffee, was still very, very tired, and he couldn't get the little sachet of milk open. And I think he just had a very stressful day up until this point, because there is no other explanation for how angry he was about this. And he was getting so angry at this sachet of milk, and he ripped it open. Milk flew everywhere. It went flying across the cabin, and somehow this was my fault.
Of course.
So I was the one getting it in the neck, and I was just like, I don't know what to do here. So I'm like slowly backing away as my cabin manager's coming down. She's like, you go to the back, I will deal with this. And I wasn't allowed to go near that man for the rest of the flight. And then there was another, we were coming back into Glasgow. That was my first season. We were coming back into Glasgow, and no, we were going out, and it was like to Ibiza or some party place, but there was a hen do on board. And when we were landing, lights were off, seatbelts, we were all sat down as well. One of the girls from the hen do decided to get up and start dancing down the aisle, so that was interesting, very interesting.
And did she manage to keep her balance?
No, because she was very drunk at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So she was falling into like her friends, she was falling over herself, she was falling into other passengers, and it got to the point.
That would have been a skill if she managed to keep like.
No. It was, if I hadn't been so raging, it would have actually been really entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
It would be one of those that I'd like to watch back on like the CCTV, but no, it got to the point where they just wouldn't listen to us telling them to sit down because we weren't getting up. So when we landed, the police came on and escorted them off, and they got conditions of carriage on the way home. They weren't allowed to drink, they weren't allowed to stand up, nothing. So that was.
See, you need to listen to what they tell you.
It's wild. It's wild, the things that happen in a Pringles tube in the sky. It really is.
It makes me think of that scene in Bridesmaids. What is she saying?
Yes.
I can usually know the whole scene, and I just can't
We're
get it.
ready to party.
Yeah, with the rest of them.
With the rest of them. And we're gonna go down to the river. I always take it too far.
That's exactly what I was picturing when you were talking about that.
That was what it was like.
Did you say CCTV
Yeah,
before?
I don't know if there is CCTV, but it's
Oh,
something that I
okay.
would
I
like
was
to
like,
watch.
is there CCTV on
I mean, I feel like there
the
should
flights?
be.
Like, oh,
Why, what have you been doing on the flights that you're so
nothing
concerned?
really, but I don't know, it's one of those like now I'm gonna have to think
She's like,
that there is some, and now I'm
there
gonna have to behave in my next
definitely
flight.
should be. There should be.
Oh, that's fun. I didn't know that, and I didn't know you lived in Australia for a period of time
Mm.
either.
That's what I mean by like I've lived 1,000 different lives. Like I lived in Australia for 4 months. I lived in Paris for a year. I went and worked in America for 3 months. I did Camp America when I was 19. And I think that's probably why everything in my life has happened so much later than everyone else's. Like all my friends hit all the milestones or have hit all the milestones, and I'm still like, woohoo! It's because I did everything that no one else did when I was 19, 20, 21, 22. So I can't really complain too much.
Yeah, because
Because I
they're good
have
experiences and
had
they'll have shaped
experiences that
you.
not really anyone.
Yeah.
Like I used to feel really, when I was with one of my former boyfriends, I used to feel really like, what's the word, like inadequate compared to him, because he had loads of savings and he was like really ahead financially and stuff, and he's like, yeah, but I've worked since I was 18 and done nothing else. Like I don't have half of the experiences that you've got. Okay, I've got X amount in my savings account, but what does that really mean compared to the experiences that you've had? So it did make one of the positive things that came out of that relationship was it made me feel a bit better about where I was in life, which was nice.
Yeah, because the 20s are kind of like to experience life and
Uh-huh.
I always say, like, just go experience, try out things, make the mistakes.
Yeah.
Because then once you are 30 and above, then you can start getting more serious about life.
I don't think I've got to that point yet.
I mean,
I
to be
really
perfectly
don't.
honest, I agree with you because I think for me it was like 34. That's when I was like,
Really.
okay, now we're
I
almost
feel
mid
like I
30s.
dreaded, tell me if you felt this as well, but I feel like I dreaded turning 30 so much because I was like, oh my God, my life is over. I'm going to be so old. I'm going to have to do adult
Yeah.
things. I'm going to have to grow up. Like, that's so rubbish. But now I feel younger than I did when I was like 28, 29,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, oh, actually, being 30 is no different to being 29 or being 28 or being 27.
Yeah.
Like, it's the build up and the anticipation that I think is worse than actually just doing it.
It's the
To
pressure.
the point where I actually had my 30th birthday party 3 months early so I could actually celebrate it and make it a thing. My birthday's in December. Do you know how rotten it is being an adult with a birthday in December? I've done nothing for my birthday since I was like 18 because it's my Christmas night out, or I'm skinned, or I can't,
Yeah.
it's coming up to Christmas. So I was like, right, well, if I'm going out with a bang. So I had a funeral for my 20s in September instead of December. I was like, I'm doing it right. If I'm going to be depressed about it, I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
I love how you
So
said,
I
if
really
I'm
milked
going
that.
out, I'm
I
going
know,
out with a
it's
bang.
like I'm
Like,
not
this is the
dead.
end. This is the end.
This is the end.
Life is officially over.
I know, but then you actually get to the other side of it and you're like, oh, actually, no, never mind. That was rubbish. That was propaganda.
Yeah. No, I think it was like it's a lot of pressure, as we said,
Mm.
in society. That's why last year I did my Be Timeless
Hmm.
campaign, kind of like
Which I
saying
loved.
yeah, like we put too much pressure on ourselves, on women specifically, more than
Yes.
men.
Yeah.
Men can be,
Do what they want.
silver foxes and,
Mhm.
eligible bachelors when they're like in their 60s or whatever. But for us, it's kind of like 30s, kind of like the end. You need to have everything figured out. Then you're going to be like this old lady.
Spinster.
Yeah. So I get it like that. The pressure of turning 30s.
Yeah. I think as well being like involved in pageantry as well. I don't know. I've gone from doing like performing, so I did dance at college. That's a very sort of age focused industry. And I'll never forget going to see Beauty and the Beast when I was in high school. And I was flicking through the program because I love a program. So I was flicking through the program and I was reading the girl's biography that played Belle, and the first line was, even though she didn't start training until she was 22. I was like, I remember at the time being like, oh my God, that's amazing. That's such a mature student. And then I graduated at 21 and I was like, oh, that's me now. Going into like dance college, everything's like, okay, well, you need to immediately go and audition if you want to get into like a London school, or you need to immediately start auditioning for shows, or you need to decide what part it is, like whether you want to do cruises, whether you want to perform, whether you want to teach. You need to decide now, because in 3 years' time you're going to be too old and you're going to be past it, and it's going to be on to the next. So and then going from that into pageantry, I'm like, everything I've ever done has been focused on not getting older. And I had such an issue with being like a Ms. I was always like, I'm not mature enough to be a Ms. Like, I don't feel worthy of it. I'm not interested. I won't. When I aged out of Miss, I was like, I'm never competing again until I've got a ring on my finger. That's never happening. That's never happening. So I've got a very different relationship to the whole concept now, and I'm glad that it's a more positive relationship than I had pre.
I agree. I saw the other day, I don't know if it was a meme or like one of those quote things, and it was like it was in Spanish. I'm just gonna try to translate and hope it makes sense. But it was like a misphobia. It's like the fear of people calling you miss, or like young people calling you miss when you feel like you are like at the height of your life, like you feel like you're not a miss.
Yeah.
So I think that's exactly, you just describe.
Yeah, I got so offended yesterday at work because someone said to the kid that they were with, ask the lady, and I was like,
lady?
Who's the lady? That me? That not me. I'm the girl. Sorry, I'm the girl. No, we're not. I'm not the lady. No, I'm not old enough to be a lady.
If I came into your vets, you wouldn't like it, because I say to Mila, say thank you to the lady for anyone, anybody, like even really young people. I'm like, to the lady.
You are the perpetrator, Jasmine. You are.
I was just like, me? I guess I am the lady. So weird.
I actually get called at the university. I have students that call me ma'am, and I've never felt older than that.
Ma'am.
Mom is
I
one
can't
of those,
hear
like,
that not in an American accent. Yes, ma'am. I just can't.
To me, it sounds like mom as well.
Yeah, the first time I got called ma'am, I was thinking, wow, like you've just aged me 20 years.
Yeah, you just feel like you look like with gray hair, like on the cane, like the walker.
You Zimmer, your tennis balls.
So, as we said, like kind of like that fear of getting into our 30s. Now you're in your 30s, you feel like even though you have not accomplished everything that you thought you would have by then, because of all the pressures that we had, you feel good right now in the place that you are. Has there been something that made you realize it doesn't matter that I don't have this and that I'm supposed to have according to society? Or was this like a mentality change that one day you were like, you woke up and you're like, oh, I've seen the light?
Probably a little bit of both, to be honest. I think realizing that, okay, you can tick all the boxes and have all the things that you're supposedly meant to have and have done, and like have the house and have the wedding and potential babies, which is not something that's ever going to be in my plan. But it doesn't mean that you're going to be happy with it. It doesn't magically, it's not a fit to whatever you thought was broken. And there's nothing wrong with just being you. I've actually, I think, become a lot more content since that little 7-week situation at the start of last year, because I'd lived on my own for a year at that point. I've got my own routine. I've got my Doug. I've got a job that I like who I work with. I like what I do. And I had my own little bubble of just my life. And see, having someone else come in and disrupt that. And just little stupid things like putting wipes down my toilet. Something that I would never do. It made me angry. And I was just like, do you know what? I could live without this. I was actually quite happy without any of this. And then when it ended, obviously I was upset because I did kind of like him fine. But I was like, yeah, but I'm okay. Because I know I can do life just me. I know that where I am in life, stop kicking me, dog. I know where I am in life. I'm happy with it. I don't need, and I actually said this to him. I was like, you need to remember, and this is going to sound harsh, but I don't need you.
I say that to my fiance every day.
I am a relationshipy kind of person, and I like being in a relationship. I want a relationship. I do not need one. Therefore, I do not need you, because I can do it myself. I can do stuff myself. And realizing that and being fine with that was a nice little turning point. And I think the ending of that relationship, I feel really weird calling it that, sort of gave me a lot of clarity in the fact that who needs it? It's not a necessity.
That's good. I mean, I tell to my fiance every time, I was like, I don't need you, just so you know that I'm choosing to
keep
be with
on
you.
toes.
Never forget it. I am choosing to be with you, but I can be by myself if I want to.
Mhm.
You know, I don't need your money. I don't need nothing. Just so you know.
Are those
So
going to be your vows?
yes, those are gonna be my vows.
Just remind them up until the very day.
But no, I totally agree though. It's so true. I think that's a turning point when you get into your 30s as well, actually, that a
Mhm.
lot of people find. And I definitely found that I'm just a lot more independent. I've been with my husband since I was 17, so I was very young
Wow.
when we first met. And so I feel like it's a beautiful thing because we've like grown up together. But then at the same time, I've been with somebody since I was 17.
Mhm.
So I have never experienced being by myself. And I think for me, getting older, especially into my 30s, I feel like I've grown independently as well in a good way. Like, if anything, it's better, like our relationship's even better. But I think you get this sense of independence where you trust yourself, you trust your judgments, you trust your decision making and all of that, so you don't need somebody else to like validate
Yeah.
your thoughts or your
That's what it
feelings and
is.
those
Yeah,
kind of
it's
things.
validation. I used to crave validation from partners so much. I actually had this conversation with my mum recently where I was like, I think I am the issue because all of my relationships, bar one, have ended badly. And I said to her, I was like, I think I'm the issue because I think I need the validation so much from the person that I'm with that it draws me to people who need me. And those people are then very clearly broken or just needy or a bit narcissistic or whatever in general in personality, and that's why I'm drawn to them. So I think being by myself as well has made me realize what I am willing to tolerate and what I'm absolutely not willing to tolerate, which hopefully will bode me well if I ever meet someone in the future. But I agree with the validation thing, like I just don't need it anymore.
Yeah, I feel like when you get to that point, now that you've realised that as well, then hopefully what you'll look for next time is just somebody you want somebody who's like can take care of themselves and have their own stuff
Yeah,
figured out, and you
yeah.
take care of yourself and you have your own stuff figured out,
Mhm.
and then you can be there to like and support each other and champion each other and push each other
Like a
and
teammate.
still be supportive, but you don't either of you need the other, and it's
Mhm.
like it's a choice, choosing to be with the person.
Very well
Choosing.
said, Jasmine. Very
Yeah,
well said.
yeah. I'm also a relationship coach. No, I'm not.
Oh, I was
Not at
gonna say
all.
like what? I didn't know
No,
that.
I'm
Like
Branching
I'm
off.
discovering new things about you every day.
no, please do not ask me relationship advice. I'm definitely not an expert.
Well, you've made one last this long. I reckon you're pretty good at
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
You didn't put that in your bio.
it's just niche. It's just this one circumstance I'm very good at. Not does not copy and paste to everything. So what are your plans then for the pageant? You said you've got 8 weeks. What have you been working on? Like what is it that what's your message? What do you want to share with the world through doing it?
I've never really had a platform as such. There's lots of things that I care about, and I've never felt like it would work for me to force myself to concentrate on one thing. Like I've never believed in the concept of coming up with something just for the sake of having a platform. So this year I used to focus quite heavily on charity work. I ran my own pageant for 5 years for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and that raised, God now, just over 15,000
Oh.
in the 5 years that it was running. It's just trying to organise events now and get people to actually come to them. The amount of events I've started and organised and booked and had to cancel. So this time round I've focused on getting involved community wise. So I've done a blanket drive for animal shelters because obviously I work at the vet. I see people having to rehome their animals all the time, or on the other side, people adopting. So we do get a lot of phone calls from like the Dogs Trust, SSPCA, looking for recommendations of our clients who have had pets with us previously, who are looking to rehome. And they're always looking for blankets, towels, newspapers, things like that for the kennels. So I've done a blanket drive for that. I've also done a podcast for Biovisibility Week that I got some other girls involved in, which was really nice, just sort of chatting about, because I don't feel like there's always a lot said about LGBTQ plus in general, but I don't feel like biovisibility is so prevalent. Like there's a bit of a stigma around it. So I wanted to do something around that, and it's coming up to LGBTQIA plus History Month in February, so I'm hoping to revive it for a couple of episodes next month. And there is a little project that I'm trying to figure out the workings of, but it would be inspired by my papa, who was an artist, but he passed away due to complications from a stroke. So I would love to, I've been messing about with the idea for a couple of years, but I would love to get it off the ground in putting together something that combines art therapy with rehab for stroke survivors. But that's to be confirmed because it's up here, but the logistics and the technicalities are what I need to work on just now. But yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot swimming about in the brain. So I'm excited.
I mean, one of the things that you said like about like events, I mean, Jasmine was saying like, yes, because she's
I'm nearly
doing
crying.
the events now for International Miss and all of that. And it's just, it is hard. I feel like after the pandemic, it was kind of like a boom. Everybody was looking forward to be out and about and just do things. And then we got the perception, at least I got the perception coming into pageants in 2021 that, oh, that's so easy to do. You know, like everybody is ready to just go to an event. And then 2 years down the line, then it was just like, oh no, it was just like, people wanted to be out because they have been in their houses for COVID, that now they're really excited to do something outside. And yeah, it is quite hard to get people.
It is. I mean, it's always been a challenge, but it's never been this challenging.
Yeah.
And I think since COVID, I mean, the landscape of pageantry has completely changed over COVID. I mean, there used to be so many girls up here that competed. We used to have events most weekends up here. We're lucky if we get 2 a year now. Like, it's ridiculous. Olivia's Miss Glasgow Great Britain is the only like national leading pageant event that I'm aware of in Central Scotland. But everyone was so willing to support each other and to help each other out, actually physically, like in person at an event pre-COVID. And I think the reliance on online appearances and campaigns and things like that over COVID took over, and people just think it's easier now.
Yeah.
And that might be an unpopular opinion, but that's what I think. And I think it's almost like, yeah, I mean, I would like to do that, but there's like an excuse. So doing like an online appearance is easier. I love like the Zoom things. Like me and my sister queens over COVID did do a PJ party on Zoom. And that was really nice because it still did get everyone together. Everyone was sat in front of their computer, able to talk to each other. And it was for a certain amount of time. It was like an in-person event, but it just meant everyone across the UK could get involved. But it's so hard to actually get people in one room now, unless it's for something huge.
Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's a shame.
I mean, I think also like the cost
fun.
of living is making it like so hard. I remember when you used to go to a hotel and you could pay like 50 quid for a room, and now the cheapest is 100. Like, how is that? When did that happen?
We've got an easy hotel in Glasgow, and there's 2 room options. There's with window or without window. And the last time I saw that on booking.com, I looked at it because I was like, well, easy hotel's got to be the cheapest. It wasn't. Without a window was still like £78 a night.
Without a window.
Without a window.
78
Don't even have fresh air.
A vampire.
I know. Just
like in a box. Like in a box.
Do I get a bed or a coffin? Which is it? Everything
I'm
is
sure
so
they will
expensive.
charge you more for the coffin.
Probably,
extra.
actually, yeah. That's mahogany.
Supplement for coffin.
Is that where you went when you turned 30 for that first
Just
night?
the easy hotel. So this is it. I am doomed. This is where it ends.
Bye, everybody. I'm going in my coffin.
It was nice knowing you. I really did think it was the end, but this is coming from the girl that cried the night she turned 20. I've clearly always had a problem. God help me, everyone around me when I turn 40. They're all just gonna be like, right, we're away. Send me to the Caribbean, and I'll be fine. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, that would be fabulous. Fabulous. So obviously, like you said, you're single. You're doing now this podcast. Have you been trying to date? Because like we recently put up a story looking for single people in their 30s.
I did see that.
Really fun stories about dating, or maybe
did see that.
Yeah, crazy stories. We like any, or beautiful stories. We're just wondering, since Jasmine hasn't dated since she's like 13. I haven't been dating since I am 27. How is the dating world right now with all of
Honestly,
these things happening?
I honestly wouldn't know. So I'm rubbish. I'm so boring. My friend jokes with me all the time. She's like, I have a child. Like, I have a newborn baby and I'm in a long-term relationship and I have more chat than you do. I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. Like, I'm rubbish. I am so rubbish. She's going to start barking. I'm so sorry. Well, no, I don't have anymore. I download Hinge. I had Hinge and Bumble for a while. Bumble confused me. Too much effort. I had Hinge, and honestly, it's just the dregs. It's the dregs. Scraping the barrel. I went on one date. He was lovely. He was fine, but that was it. Like, other than that, that was the one and only. I built myself up so much to do that. I was like, you just need to do it. You just need to do it. So I went and did it. And that was that. I've done it. Don't need to do it again. I've always said I'm never downloading dating apps. I'm never going on a dating app date because I will end up on the 10 o'clock news. That's my kind of luck. I'll end up abducted or murdered or something. Like, that will be me. So I've always had this hellish fear of ever downloading any of the apps. And okay, they're clearly not that bad. Like, I survived, but not for me. I have realized that I need to actually get to know someone before I can be even remotely interested. See, this texting and messaging to get to know people that you've never met in your life before is weird to me. Like, I'm very much a voice note person as well, and people who don't voice note back, I'm like, I want to know what you sound like before I come and meet you. Like, no, not
like
my
a video
vibe. So
call.
unfortunately, I'm not the best person to ask for fun dating stories because I ain't doing it.
It's fine. A video call as well, like making sure that the person is who these
Oh my
photos
God, are
on
you
the
real?
profile.
Are you real?
I'm just wondering, like, will AI take over now dating apps
This
and
is the
will create fake
terrifying thing,
profiles?
like how it's going to be like catfish but on steroids. It's dangerous. It's scary.
It is.
Like it. Don't like it. So no. Unless I can like poke you in the face in front of me, I'm not interested. I don't want it.
But it's hard to meet people at this age, like new people in an
It is.
organic way. Do you find that you meet people because you watch all the films and stuff, right? And it's just like people in the grocery store, and then they're like,
Meet cute.
Yeah.
yeah. And then
Drop
just
your
like,
lemon and some nice gorgeous man
Yeah.
picks it up and then that's you.
Well, did you see that new trend that they did in Spain about going to this shopping mall
Yes.
supermarket called Mercadona with the
Yes.
pineapple and the
Yes.
wine?
It's genius.
I've not seen this.
Jasmine, where do you
It's
live?
genius. We
Where
need to
do
do
you
it.
live?
I don't feel like Asda has the same ring to it, but we need to have our own version over here.
So there was this trend during the summer, I believe, that everybody that wanted to find someone to date, like to meet people and stuff, they were going to this supermarket called Mercadona. And at 8 p.m., you would just get in there, you go with your little trolley, you put a pineapple on your trolley, and then you will go to the wine aisle. And then if you saw someone that you kind of like that also had a pineapple, then you just go and like bump the carts
It's
together.
so cute. I love it.
And that would be kind of like, okay, yes, we're interested in each other. Let's talk.
So did that actually happen, or do you think they were all staged? The ones that
Oh, no,
like,
it happened. And then people got crazy and then they had to remove all the pineapples from the Mercadona.
There was like videos on TikTok of like wine aisles just full of people. Like they were crashing into, they were just full. It was like,
wow.
Yeah.
Took supermarket sweep to a whole new level.
The pineapples from Mercadona.
That's so
They're just like, no
just people bringing their own pineapples.
You need to do this. Can be an event that you run.
Oh my
People have done
God.
this. A pineapple mixer
In Aldi.
You need to do a dating.
Speed dating in
event.
Aldi.
Yeah.
Love it. Yes. Yes.
Or since you're in Scotland, maybe it needs to be like a haggis meetup or something.
Just a McSween in the seat of your trolley. Gorgeous.
I need to open my cat.
Have haggis, napes and tatties and every single one means a different thing. It's up here though, it could turn carnage very quickly. That could go south.
That I would like to see that CCTV.
Yes. The poor supermarket workers, they've been needing danger money.
Everybody gear up. It's 8 p.m. They're coming.
Get your high vis on. But no,
I
no, I'm not a dating app gal. I can't do it. Not for me.
I
don't meet people naturally either. Like I never have though, and I've realised this in recent years. My first boyfriend I met because I worked with him. My second boyfriend I met because we were staying in the same hostel. No, that's a lie. My second boyfriend was one of my sponsors for my first pageant.
Oh, interesting.
Third boyfriend.
We need that story.
It sounds so much worse than what it actually is. He was my photography sponsor for Face of Scotland way back in 2013. And we did like a 4-hour nighttime shoot around Glasgow and just got on well. And then he invited me to my birthday, invited me to his birthday, and then that was that. So
Love during the
So you
photo shoot.
yeah, you
for
need to
6
find some
months.
sponsors this time around. You never know what will happen.
Someone working at Aldi will be the sponsor.
The Aldi fruit and veg guy that stocks the shelves. Excuse me, sir. Yeah. But no,
Please
I've
sponsor
always met.
my haggis cute me event.
Don't curse me like that. Oh, no, but like the majority have been through work. Three of them have been through work. So I'm stuffed because I don't go out and like meet people like normal people. How do people meet people? How do you find your partner
Yes.
without just going out with one of your colleagues? I don't get it.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know anymore. At the gym?
I don't go to the gym. I hate the
I
gym.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know what? It's fine. I don't like going outside. I don't need to. I don't.
Yeah.
No. I don't need no man.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
My
I mean,
dog's looking at me as well, and she's like, "You're
I
not having another one. The last one was awful."
I
Saying
do,
that.
I do feel you because sometimes I'm just like, I'll be so happy alone. My house will be so clean.
So
Everything will
quiet.
be so
Do you know what the
amazing.
best thing about it is, right? Things are where you left them. You don't lose stuff as much because you put something down, come back to it 3 hours later, and it's still there. It's glorious.
Well,
You can live
now
vicariously through me.
I think we're gonna have to get you back for like updates every 6 months
Yes.
or something.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll try my best. I'll
And
try and
if you do
come back with some good gossip.
if you do the meet cute,
I'll be like, right,
we
guys.
will promote it.
Oh,
We'll promote it. The
oh.
podcast.
I'm coming. I'll travel to Scotland to come see this haggis thing.
I'll invite you. We'll invite you to it, and you can be like, you can just look and see.
Oh, we can
if
do
you're
like
going to
a
be like an
live
outside eye, like a
podcast
matchmaker
episode.
situation.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
We can be like,
interview everyone.
do you have here these first dates
Yeah.
show? Yeah, like at the beginning, interviewing them. So, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? I was like, okay, we saw someone that's characteristics like, yeah, at the end of the aisle.
Yeah. That'd be
Over there
great.
by the aubergines.
Yeah. I think this needs to happen.
I do. I'm gonna be really upset if this never happens. So
Right,
no
I'll take
pressure.
notes. Singles event.
If you
I'll
win
come here and
Galaxy, then that has to be your queen's big event.
Okay. Pinky swear.
We will travel. We will be there.
Like, I already have 2 confirmed tickets sold.
Yeah, spectators only though. So you
Yeah,
have
true.
to get more participants.
Spectators gallery. Like Love Island Live
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the fruit and veg aisle.
Exactly. So we always ask our guests to give a piece of advice to all the women, young women on their 20s that might be fearing reaching 30.
It's not that serious. It's really not. However you feel right now, you're still going to feel the same way. When you're 30, you're just not going to care as much. It's fine. And I wish someone had told me that. And it's very easy, I think, to be fair, if someone had told me that, I think I would be like, yeah, okay, whatever. And it is very easy to just be like, oh, you're just saying that. But no, it's really not that serious. You're fine.
I feel
And when
like
you think, like, how much time you've probably got like 2 more 30s to go. So it's fine.
I feel like in general, I've just learned that whatever happens, I mean, there's obviously going to be really difficult things that happen in everyone's lives, but whatever happens is going to be okay. And I feel like that's something that I've definitely learned as I got older, to try and just like little situations or things that I might be worried about, like turning 30 or whatever, to just know that is fine. I feel like I just let things run over me more than I ever used to.
And again, as you said, like, it's not the end because like the
Mhm.
other day last year when I changed jobs and I got my new pension, they told me I still have 30 years to retirement. And I'm like, what are you talking about? 30 more years to retirement. So 30 is literally
You're a
not the
baby.
end.
A baby. I checked we did this at work a couple of weeks ago, checked our retirement date because there's a website you can go on, like, what is my retirement date? And I'm pretty sure mine was like 2058.
Yeah. Yeah. We are at the height of our life. We are like so young
Peak.
still.
You're at the peak.
Pinnacle.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's the word. I need a new vocabulary. I need to have like some vocabulary here, the side of the screen.
I'm pretty sure you speak better English than I do most of the time.
I feel sometimes I use very simple words, and I really want to try to use something more complex. That's always my fear when I'm doing pageants and I'm going to interview. I was like, I don't want to sound like simple words. I want to sound like I know, like I'm intelligent.
I feel like it doesn't help that we record so late. Like, I'm tired. My brain by this time of day is like, "Woo."
Yeah.
Like
I know
nothing
what you
good's
mean.
coming out of my mouth, so it's fine. Okay, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about that we've not discussed before we finish?
I've done the ramble thing that I said I would do, so I don't think so.
I don't think you've rambled at all.
No,
I think
I
you've
don't
been very
not.
interesting.
Have I made sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had like a very good, varied conversation. This has been like a roller coaster.
The tangents.
We've been on aeroplanes, we've been in Aldi, like we've been
Pineapples.
everywhere in tonight's podcast.
Dog's now woken up.
My cat
Ronnie.
came in the room.
Veronica, come here. No, she's ignoring me.
What's your dog's name?
Ronnie. She gets Veronica when she's being naughty, though.
Oh, I was gonna
Oh.
say, yeah, Veronica's like a full-on lady name.
Veronica
It
Anya
is a
Taylor.
lady.
It is a full lady name. It's her Sunday name. She gets
Oh,
it when I
well.
can tell that she's going to do something naughty like she is just now because she's up at the window and I'm like, neighbourhood watch. She's going to start barking at something soon. There we go, she's fine.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
coming and
much.
joining us on the podcast. I feel like this was definitely, I already said it was the peak of my night doing this after my day of doing lots of boring chores and things. But it really has been. I've had a really good time.
Oh, it's been good fun. Thank you for having me.
If we'd wrote notes for this podcast, I don't think I'd have wrote half of the things that we talked about.
No, I did
that's
write notes
easy.
and I don't think I've, yeah.
We said it was going to be a natural conversation.
Very
you know.
impromptu and I love it.
Yes.
Come here. Oh, she's
Okay,
off
well,
on
thank
one.
you so much. And
Sorry.
thank you so much to all of our listeners, as always, for listening to the Female Striving Over 30 podcast. If you love our podcast, why don't you share it with a friend? And just share it so that other women can benefit from listening to the conversations that we have. We have such a variety of guests as well, so there's something for everybody on our podcast. Make sure you... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, and leave us a review, please.
Oh, yeah. Yes, if you're listening on any of the podcasting apps, please do leave us a review and tell everybody how much you love us and our podcast. And yeah, make sure you're following us on Instagram, over on TikTok, and tune in for the next episode of Female Striving Over 30.
Bye.
Bye.